Okay, we are going to speak on many topics. We want to speak about Britain. Britain is the country which started this Palestine thing, right? They are the people who brought enormous suffering to the Palestinians. So there were two people who want to go and speak in Britain, Yanis Varoufakis and then Hassan Piker, right? Now Britain banned them, saying that there is insufficient evidence for genocide. What I suspect now is that when you call this military defense complex, it is actually partially it is Western universities. I suspect it. I have not studied in detail. Western universities, they indirectly support genocide. Their part of economics is genocide, right? So, what this means about Britain is Britain economic is in real bad shape. That is why they have all this censorship, right? Now, when it comes to Mandani has changed the politics in New York, and because of the New York Knickerbockers, they are in the finals, and Mandani has brought some legislation laws to suspend curfew for children on the nights where you have the basketball finals. Children don't have bedtime, right? So he's destroying the uniparty in America. He's destroying Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Both parties. He's bringing commercials for the FIFA football final. Some of the matches will be played in New York, and he has put a commercial for that. He has put a commercial for NBA finals, World Cup. No, I will not finals. World Cup football. Some of the matches are played in New York, and he has put a commercial for that. And he has removed curfew for young children when the basketball finals are played, right? So he is a trailblazer. I think he will change together with people like Hassan Piker. They will change it's a very hard struggle. They will change the politics of America, and they are threat to both parties. Democratic Party and the Republican Party. And I think if you take Thomas Massey, there will be some understanding between Thomas Massey and Ro Khanna. Okay? So I think these Western countries, their universities have a hidden agenda. I can't prove it. I want to study the future. I think Western universities support genocide. Now when it comes to the Palestinians were destroyed from 1947, Nakba and so forth. But Jimmy Carter used, I told this earlier also, Jimmy Carter used Norway to destroy the PLO. And if you take Hamas was promoted by Netanyahu. So Hamas is the creation of Netanyahu, but it is striking back. Now we have what is Americans destroying a lot of cultural sites. They are destroyed hospitals, schools, universities, and some cultural sites. Israel, they are the same. There is the element of genocide in it, right? It is, and they use AI to commit genocide. And this is there is a merging of the military. And if you take early also, you had this, I forget his name, WikiLeaks. When it comes to WikiLeaks, right? He showed that the Americans were killing civilians in Iraq, and the American establishment want to put him in jail. Okay, and he was in jail. He was inside the South American embassy for more than 1 year, right? Right. So the genocide industry is a part of the Western culture. They hide it. They don't call it genocide industry. They say it, military defense complex. Okay. So I think you had somebody has studied in detail about the economics of the Western countries, how it is related to the genocide industry, right? That's a new topic. I may not be able to do it because I don't have finance to get all the material. But somebody in a person who has research grants and things like that, they can. I will try to do it to what is available in the public domain, right? So genocide thing has been there for a long time, and the Western defense industries, if you leak it out, then they will try to put in jail, right? When the Israeli person who talked about the nuclear bombs in Israel, that person was kidnapped and put in jail. So this genocide industry is part of the Western university. Only thing you can't prove it, right? That's a hunch, and it has been there for a long time. Okay, now only things are coming out. Now Donald Trump went and bombed Iran. He wants to get out of it, right? There's some unconfirmed reports saying that Donald Trump wants to be the spiritual leader of Iran, right? And the IRCG, okay, Iranian Revolution Council, they have overridden it. So that is the IRCG is only ruling Iran, and the others have got in line in it. But if Iran, there is this nuclear deal with Barack Obama, and that nuclear deal was not honored by the Americans, right? It was approved by Konda Panna, UN. I mean, I condemn the UN because it's biased, right? But it was never implemented. So Iran tried to keep its deal, part of the deal, but America never. So if Iran has a deal with America, then there is no way you can get it. Americans will not honor it, because first thing you have to release the Iranian money. That is Iranian money confiscated after revolution. And these American commentators say that Donald Trump is trying to release money. That's their money. Then there is Venezuelan money. They have Zimbabwe money. They have Cuban money. So why do Americans have all that? Because of the reserve currency and the Swiss system. So I think China is going to destroy the Swift system, banking system, right? So anybody who has exposed American brutality when it comes to oil and something, then if you are a whistleblower, they try to put you in jail, right? Then when it comes to Sri Lanka economy, because J.R. Jayawardene destroyed our Buddhist අපේ බෞද්ධයන්ගේ තිබ්බා අල්පේච්ඡතාවය. ඒක ජයජයදන මහත්තයා තමයි විනාශ කළේ. ඊට පස්සේ දැන් අපි ණය ගත්තතින් ඒවා එක්ක හොරකම් කරනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒකේ it is not invested in some so-called economic development. ඒක හරියන්නේ නැහැ. Now again I am going to go to another subject, ecological footprints and biocapacity. If you look at the world ecological footprint and the biocapacity, the July 31st, we have consumed what is generated by the biocapacity. Correct. So within 7 months you have exhausted all the biocapacity. So that means whatever these people say, apparently ඉන්ද්‍රජිත් කුමාරස්වාමීට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ ජයජයදන මේ රටේ ආර්ථික විනාශ කරා කියලා. ඒකට මේ මිනිස්සු ණය කරලා වාහන ගන්නවා. වාහන ගත්තා ඒක ගෙවන්න බෑ. Because what ජයජයදන did to the economic system, he practically destroyed the Buddhist kind of way of thinking, right? So I mean, he genuinely believes that we are something developing or something. Again, they are go to these Gulf countries. Gulf countries are depending heavily on AI. Now, these Gulf countries they can't pump oil because Iran is again. So Donald Trump wants to go to Iran. He's unconfirmed here and he wants to be the supreme leader. Iranian Revolution Guard they have overridden it. So if Iran wants to have a deal, it has to hand over its nuclear material to Russia. That's a face-saving deal because he doesn't want to hand over this nuclear. So Russians will have to come in if Iran wants to have a deal, right? But if you take Israel, the whole genocide industry is in real bad shape. Iran has backed Israel and some of these Israel leaders have left the country. So as far as the genocide industry is, and America is, Donald Trump is very worried about the well-being of Israel more than his country. And now there is a report saying that Donald Trump has sent a lot of planes into Israel. But I think Iran will bomb these airfields and things like that, and my gut feeling is that Iran will destroy those bombers also, right? ලංකාවේ අපේ රට විනාශ කරේ ජයජයන් තමයි මේ බුද්දිස්ට් ආර්ථික අපේ තිබ්බනේ අපේ අල්පේච්ඡතාවයක් තිබ්බ ඒක නැති කරා. දැන් අපේ රටේ පාලනය කරන්නේ හොරු. ඒතකොට අපි ණය ගත්තම ඒක හොරකම් කරනවා කොටද? අනිත් එක අපි පරිභෝජනය. ඒතකොට අපේ රටේ ඔය කියන ඉකොනොමික් ඩෙවලොප්මන්ට් එක නැහැ. ඒ වුණාට මම ඒ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ඉන්නේ පිළිගන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද මම ඉකොලොජිකල් ෆුට්ප්‍රින්ට් බයෝ කැපැසිටි ඒක පිළිගන්නවා. ඒවා පිළිගන්නවා. ලෝකේ බයෝ කැපැසිටි එක ගත්තම ඒක කියන්නේ අවුරුදු මාස 12ක මාස 7න් ඉවරයි. ඒකේ ඉකොලොජිකල් ෆුට්ප්‍රින්ට් එක අතන යනවා. එතකොට ඔය බටහිර ඉන්න ආර්ථික විද්‍යාඥයෝ මොනවා කිව්වත් excess bio capacity තියෙන්නේ South American countries වලට විතරයි. අනිත් countries වල නැහැ. හරිද? Because their population density low, I mean they have room to play about. ඒකෝට මම ඔය ඉන්ද්‍රජිත් කුමාරනාමි නන්දලාල් අරසල දිලා ඉරාන් කමනත්නලා ඒව කියන පිළිගන්නේ නැහැ. අනිත් එක if you take finance system, right? Finance system, I am a subscriber to steady state economics. ඒකේ දිනවා tropic level of money. ඒකේ agriculture තමයි යටම තියෙන්නේ. ඒකේ ඉන්න excess එකෙන් තමයි අනිත්‍යව කරන්නේ. හරිද? So finance industry is actually predator. I label it a predator economics. ඉතින් ඉන්ද්‍රජි කවුද මේ අපේ හර්ෂ මේ කවුද මේ ක්‍රිකට් බෝඩ් එකේ ඉන්න චෙයාමන් එතුමා කියනවා he has built a bank So bank is actually predatory economics. So if you want to get rid of financial system, then you have to go for you have to get rid of this um, um, you have to you can't print money. You have to stop printing money, right? And you have to have some kind of 100%. Not fractional banking කරන්න බෑ. හරිද? එතකොට මේ finance sector එක වැඩි ලාභ ගන්නවා කියන්නේ it is negative, right? According to my way of thinking, of steady state economics, it's a negative thing, right? ඒක මේ එරන් වික්‍රමරත්න හිතන්නේ බැංකු වල ලාභ දිනනවා කියන it's good for the country. No, it's bad. That's why we have to get rid of fractional banking, and you have to de-emphasize the financial sector. Then only you get into a more sustainable system, and you have to go for this steady state economics. That's physics. So most of these economists don't understand the physics part of it. So I can't help it. Right? දැන් අපි ණය ගත්ත තින් වෙන්නේ ඒක ගොඩක් හොරකම් කරනවා. අනිත් ඒක අර බොරුවට so-called economic අපේ රටේ ecological footprint එක බයෝග්‍රැෆි තුන්වෙනියක් කරනවා. ඒ නිසා ඔය කියන economic development කොහොමද කරන්න බෑ. economic development කරන්න පුළුවන් මේ යම් කිසි ධර්මයකට South American countries is because their ecological biocapacity is much higher than the ecological footprint, because their population density is low. හරිද? මේක මේ ecological footprint biocapacity කවුරුත් වැඩි කතා කරන්නේ මේ චම්පකරණෝග මහත්තයා ඉස්සර කතා කරා. දැන් අවුරුදු 10කට 15කට කතා කරා. ඒක චම්පකරණෝග මහත්තයා ටිකක් කතා කරා ඔය under invoicing over invoicing ඒක ගැන කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ. අපේ රටේ කිසිම ඉකොනොමික්ස් කෙනෙක් කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ. මං කියලා ඒකට අර කෝකටත් අයිලි දාලා ඒක ෆිනෑන්ෂියල් ඔඩිට් එකක් දාලා you have to bring that to the forefront. හරි. ඒක මේගොල්ලෝ හිතනවානේ මේ ඉකොනොමික් ඩෙවලොප්මන්ට් හැමතිස්සෙම කරන්න බෑ. ඔය කිව්වට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. කොහොමද So I suspect that most of these economic department in Western countries they support genocide. I can't prove it, but somebody has studied it in detail. Maybe you have studied for about 5-6 years, and you have to get inside the material, which I don't have access to, right? So we have to, when it comes to whistleblowers, we have to have more protection. Especially in Western countries, whistleblowers have to be given more protection because it affects us only. If something going wrong in America, it affects countries like Sri Lanka. Also, that means we have to emphasize more on whistleblowers, right? I forgot his name. His name is Julian Assange. Julian Assange showed the killing of civilians in Iraq, and that's why both parties in America, Republican Party and the Democratic Party, want to put Julian Assange in prison, right? So that is an important aspect of this whistleblower thing, right? They have to be protected. If they don't protect whistleblowers in America, because that means the Western countries are indirectly promoting genocide. That's a symbol. That's a indirect way of saying that they are promoting genocide. So ලංකාවේ ඔය කියන ආර්ථිකය කරන්න බෑ. අපේ රටේ සල්ලි ගොඩක් පිටරට දිනවා. හරිද? You have to get rid of fractional banking, right? Then you have to stop taking loans, because when you take loans, මිනිස්සු හොරකම් කරනවා. ඒක තමයි තියෙන්නේ. අනිත් එක අපේ දැන් අර ඔස්ට්‍රේලියාවෙන් හරක් ගෙන්නවනේ. ඒ හරකුත් මරනවා ඊට පස්සේ ඒ සල්ලි ඒ ඕක නාත්තනවා. We have to stop taking these loans. මේක ඉවර කරලා දාන්න. You can't ලංකාවේ මේ එන ජෙනරේෂන් එකට මේකෙන් කරන්න බෑ. We have to suffer for 5 years or 10 years. We have to suffer, and we have to pay the loans. Okay? We have to pay the loans, right? So we had to go back to Buddhist economics. And most of these people don't understand that when we bring loan from America or any World Bank or anything like that, then we promote more consumption. And it was promoted by GENOCIDE. GENOCIDE ඒ මාර්ථික දිහා තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ. GENOCIDE රොනල්ඩ් රීගන්ගේ මාග්‍රට් තැචර්ගේ ආර්ථික ඒ කියන්නේ රොනල්ඩ් රීගන් GENOCIDE එහෙම ඔක්ස්ෆර්ඩ් කේම්බ්‍රිජ් එකට නිවැරදිව හිටියේ. So I have a hunch. I can't prove this. But when it came to this insufficient evidence for genocide and banning of Yanis Varoufakis and Hassan Piker, then I think genocide is a part of the American universities, and they don't call genocide. They say it's military defense conduct, military defense complex, right? So somebody has studied this, how much the American Western universities are aligned with the genocide industry, especially using the AI industry, that they are promoting genocide and they are moving away from human responsibility, and they are delegating certain things to the AI. So if you look at the 170 schoolgirls killed in Iran, it is alleged that this target was picked by AI. So you have to change a lot of things in Sri Lanka. You have to understand how GENOCIDE took us into a non-sustainable mode of consumption, and how we are still promoting that. I don't think we should condemn anything. You have to understand the history of where we went wrong. Right? ඒක ඔය ඉන්ද්‍රජිත් කුමාරස්වාමී නන්දලාල් අරසඩ ඉවිලා ඉරාන් වික්‍රමරත්න එමිකුළු කොහොමද they are and අර්ජුන මහින්ද ඉන්ද්‍රජිත් කුමාරස්වාමී දිගට මුළු යහපාලන ආණ්ඩුවේ හිටියේ නැහැ. ණය ගත්තේ නැත්නම් බංගලොත් නැහැ. ඕක තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ මේ ඔක්ස්ෆර්ඩ් කේම්බ්‍රිජ් එකේ ඉගෙන ගන්න විදිහ. අපි කොහොමද මේ ඉකොනොමික්